Yo, 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 it's your boy Professor Pips back at it again with another compare and contrast video. Trying to get this video made up for you guys. Coming to the market a little bit late yet again. Busy on the weekends, but you know it is what it is. At this motherfucking time, we're gonna drop this compare and contrast video and see how you guys could have got active the same way I would have got active last week based off of last weekend analysis. So start off with the DXY. DXY. Brought to you live by DXY. um, this little price section I was outlining right here last week. Um, as we scroll back to weekend analysis, as we can look and see right here what price action actually did versus what I was saying to look out for before the market opened last week. I was saying that on the lower time frames, price action had this little break of structure to the upside, even though we was always bearish back from over here with this price action. So if this little retracement we got going on down here didn't start to break structures on lower time frame, be careful because that thing could push back up bullish. And then when you hit that play button last week, this right here would have served as your high and low area on the 4H and on down, and then price pushed up and gave you a new high. Um, yeah, and that's just what it was. For the most part, based off the analysis, continuation buys right here, push above, drop down to the 1 hour. As price would have broke that level, we never did maintain stand above that level, so continuation buys never would have really been in effect. If you were doing some risky business, you could have took this level or this candle here as it closed above, but potentially your stops would have been below here, and then targets would have been somewhere back over there to the left. We'll go generous with it. We could have said if entry was, I'll fix that on the 1 hour. Entry would have been somewhere based off the 4 hour right over here. Let's see right there. I don't think, you wouldn't have made it. Stops would have been below the candle that closed above that level. Entry would have been something like that candle closed. So entry would have been somewhere right there. But based off of continuation buy setups, then like I said, this is how you can see how this setup with continuation buys is breaking retest trades. It wouldn't have held up for you because, like you say, price action closed above the continuation buy level, but as it came back down, it never maintained above. Usually, we won't break continuation trades off this. We want tight stops. We want something right up under that level that price has failed to come back within this range. All this down here, as you can see, these three bearish candles. Move that shit out of the way. Three bearish candles started to come back into that range. Price did push up and reacted bullish, but overall it still came back down and started closing back in that range. So the continuation buys setup didn't play out right there because price was not able to maintain above 98,698. I don't know what's going on with this right here, but let me get that off the screen. And obviously price action was bullish all week for the most part last week. So no sales to even try to get into. Cancel all that. But so if you took this area right here that I was calling out last week as a higher low, or look to see price action pull away from that level and then come back and retest that level, then potentially you could have had an entry from right here and then had some gas back up to the upside. But that's overall risky business simply because, not necessarily. Well, I guess you can say risky business because the intraday time frame was bearish. We did have a break of structure that could have been your first confirmation. The pullback and not breaking the higher low that created right over here would have been your second confirmation. I guess based off of a 4 hour time frame, this level could have been your higher low, but it did produce a new high, potential new higher low failure to create. So then your thought process kind of has to start over once that higher low, higher high formation starts to break down on you. Pushing over to GG or UJ, based off of last week's markups. Let's see, we were looking for price action to react and come back down some for us, and it didn't. The only thing that I've noticed off of UJ, just basically watching it off my chart and seeing it off a couple of other people's charts, is the only plays that I kind of have seen really have worked out is retest of the structure most recently broken. Let me see. Do I have a template? No, I don't. Okay, so what we're gonna do is right here. That thing, go to settings. Background, make it white. Then you can see. No, don't understand. Okay, so structures most recently broken have really only been the only thing that has held up as far as trying to catch a trade off of UJ. Um, as you can see, price pushed up here, reacted, came back down, found support, then started consolidating right in this area. We broke above this area, came back down, retested the area we just broke out of, and then pushed higher. Same thing here. We pushed up here and then started to downtrend a little bit. And then we finally broke out of that area and came back and retested the top of that zone. So pretty much that's the only way that I have really seen to get active on UJ. No, I have not taken any trades on UJ because I get active on GJ and AU. But you know, if you trade UJ, then potentially that's a potential way for you to be able to get active. Um, by as price action moves on and it continues to go, that's the way you can kind of identify how potentially can I get active within this market. Now from this would have been Sunday's night, so Monday to Tuesday, price action didn't really retrace all the way back down to the structure most recently broken. So after that you pretty much would have had to wait till, let's see what day, come on, 22nd, 23rd, you pretty much would have had to wait, yeah, till about Tuesday or Wednesday to potentially get into a trade if you trade UJ and UJ only, simply because this is the high that created. Then we reacted from that zone and we came back and retested that zone on the 24th. So yeah, you're looking all the way to Thursday potentially for you got to retest that zone and then push back up to retest the high. So yeah, UJ been a little funky. Based off the analysis, um, the bullish continuation zone didn't really play out because bullish continuation zone is also a break and retest trade. Confirmation that we're looking for a break, retest, and then push up. But like I said, just looking at UJ overall, the only thing I really have seen that has played out and worked out are breaks of the structure most recently broken to get active back to the upside. Pushing over to GJ. I don't think this is gonna look like the weekend analysis, but we did get active on some buys on GJ. Let me see. I can't even remember. Let me pull a Telegram and see what's going on. Well, it bumped down to the 1 hour. This, like I said, this does not look like the weekend analysis from last week because I simply traded GJ throughout the week. So charts is continuously getting reanalyzed and remarked. We can open back down over here. So let me see what we got going on. I did smack up Bitcoin this weekend. I can draw that up here shortly. Pushing over there. I think from the market open, we did catch the shorts on UJ. GA. March 22nd. This was the AU. So yeah. This was 2 weeks ago. On the other side. Yeah. I don't think I did too much last week. But for the most part, I was looking for continuation buys or possible buys. Recently monthly area rejected. Coming into Thursday. And price pushed up, broke above that low. Didn't completely reach the area I was looking for to reject from or expecting it to reject from. It did come close, but it didn't quite make it. Ain't too really much to say about GJ because it doesn't look like the weekend analysis. So overall price action was bullish. So potentially from the higher time frames on down, potentially could have caught you a higher low and got active to the upside. One of the things I have been noticing is that GJ has been manipulating the shit out of these zones. So let me delete some of this stuff here. So, okay, so if you identify in this area right over here as your recent high low, you know what I'm saying, and you're looking to take a low entry based off of this, GJ has been coming below those levels and stopping a lot of people out and then getting back ever to the upside. So be careful with that because that's one of the things that I have noticed. If you go up to the 4 hour, that level doesn't even really exist. So, it's kind of a risky setup right there. Generally, if I'm marking higher lows and higher highs, I would like to do it from the 4-hour and then go down and see how that level respects coming to the 1-hour and lower time frames. But overall, for the weekly analysis, I was looking for price action to come back down to the structure most recently broken, right in over here. It pulled back probably like a look at 382 retracement, and then continuously got active back to the upside. Recent rejection area on the monthly, I had around 161.669. Price action came up close to it, but didn't quite tap it just yet. So I believe that might be the target for this week, even though I think this week will end up being more more of a consolidation week than anything else, simply because it's the end of the month, and NFP is right around the corner next week. So be careful with that. Yeah, because I think this week price action will just stay within the range. NFP will come, price action will shoot up, or will either shoot down, depending on what pairs you're trading. Looking over at GU, from the weekend analysis. Why does this look like it? I don't know, but it's likely. We got a bullish continuation zone, breaking retail trade. So potentially, as if I would have been watching this, this is the 22nd. Yeah, so that's on Tuesday. So as price would have pushed above this, if I wasn't already in buys from some type of price action back in over here, I would look for price action to stay above this continuation zone at 1.31948. And as you would have got this bullish reaction, potentially that would have been a signal for me to possibly get in. You figure, dummy? But the only thing that's really wrong with this is you got this big ass bullish push, and then you got price action just melting back into that level. I would have had to have tried to draw a fib based off of this, or just simply sat back and waited to see if price maintain above this 131.948 level. As you can see, price action is maintaining above 1.31605. So, it's kind of depending on how the charts would have been looking, depending on what time it was when I was trying to get in. If I was trying to trade you, I didn't say don't trade you. I mark it up because I trade GJ. So, I look at GU because I used to smash up GU a couple months ago. Used to give out some pretty hefty trends. I mean, hefty. Them be healthy. You can get in, high, low, lower lows, lower high, and it shows you where it was going. You could get active. Right now, price action is bullish / kind of consolidating on a 1.8. So potentially, you just gotta be careful with that. Overall, the thing that I did notice that we were bearish coming into last week. So, we was looking at this area here as the lower high that price action reacted from previously. And then we were trying to see if we were going to get a retest of that area and then break back lower. But as you can see, price action pushed higher and then came back down and started to consolidate. So I don't really know what the hell GU got going on. So, we're going to push on through to AU. Let's see what I had going on here. Let's see. I did not take this trade here. This was something I was looking at as a potential setup coming into the Asian. I was looking for price to melt during the Asian session to about this 50% retracement to potentially take buys from down here. None of them joints got activated. Well, this sale looked like it did get activated, but it immediately got stopped out. Like I said, I didn't take either one of these trades. This was just something I was looking at. I knew price action was bullish. I just couldn't necessarily identify a zone where I wanted to get in besides this area right down here for the buys, but price action only pulled back. Let me take some of this, stop the chart so we can see. You can delete that as well. And then if you pull your fields out, oh, we already got a field on there. Yeah. You pull your fibs out and then let's switch it to a 382. No, you didn't even get a 382 retracement. So yeah, price action just came down, found some sort of a support right up in here, and then just got back active to the upside. So overall, I did catch a few of these trades last week. I think I took I don't know why the hell I can't remember last week's trades right now. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I did call out Bitcoin shorts. Not Bitcoin shorts, Bitcoin longs over the weekend, crypto weekends, getting active in the group on that. Euro JPY, let's see, this should look like the previous week's weekend analysis. Bullish continuation zone. And we caught out this little consolidation zone here. We were looking for a break, breaking a retest. It broke, but it didn't necessarily come all the way back down to retest. But you know, if you trade Euro JPY, what you could have done was had you a buy stop above these flat highs and then got active back to the upside. Stopped right below this level or this level here. And as you can see, price action kicked in caboodle for 281 of them things. Why would you take the buy? Price action bullish. Why would you take anything else? Until the only way I wouldn't have been looking for buys in this situation right here is if price got to this level right here and then you got a candle or some type of price action pattern that started to break these structures looking in over here. So I got this, something like this, and then cut up under there. Then at this point, I would no longer be looking for buys. But as long as price action is respecting supports and continue to respect supports, then I'm continuing to look for them buys. Continue to look for price action to push up. At no point you see, okay, we got a high, potential higher low. You get the higher high, so this higher low is confirmed. Potential higher low because this support is holding up. You get a higher high, so this support is confirmed. Price action comes back down. It never passes this structure right over here. It never breaks through that support. So we should never, or anybody should never be looking for damn shorts until the previous higher low is broken. So that's why I say bullish continuation zone, it played out for 280 some of them things because we should have been looking for buys overall. It is what it is. If you trade Euro JPY, then you could have got active, and that's what it is. If you didn't potentially catch this one, then just wait. Break, retest, break, retest, break, retest, break, retest. Get you high, low, and get busy, baby. Back to the upside. Back to the mother upside, the upper room. Yeah, but overall, pushing over the UCAD, bearish continuation zone. See, this is something like I want to see what happens on the bullish continuation zone and the bearish continuation zone. Simply because price action kind of jumbled around right up in here, consolidating back and forth. Because you're confused in the market, they know what they want to do with their life. We broke, finally closed below that level, but then we came right back into it. So you're like, I don't know, we looking for price to maintain below 1.25890, and then we just closed big bullishly back above that level. So you go down to the smaller time frame, get more candle work, you see price close back below the bullish continuation zone, 1.25890 again right here on Wednesday. Price came back, retested. We are now maintaining. We're not closing back in that zone whatsoever. There go the signal. Get active for the shorts. If you would have taken this, the 1 hour chart too. So hold on. Let me I'm gonna outline that thing on the 1 hour chart so you know what to look for when you bust down to the 15-minute chart. What type of price action pattern, what type of candles, what type of framework you should be looking for when price action does these moves. So we pushed up, we closed back in the range, we broke out of that thing again. We finally retested and maintained. Any of these pushes to the top side did not close back into the range. So simply based off of seeing price action stand below, we retested about 2-3 times. As soon as price potentially would have started closing below this low, that would have been my entry. That's why I would have got active. Why? Because price action is big bullish up into this level, did not close back above. And as soon as price would have closed below that level, that's why I would have got active. Stops probably right above 39 or right at it, however you want to play it. I probably would have took it right above because price action motive from right there. This is probably the last resistance price action hit before it started, break back down. You could have even put it right up here if you was trying to scalp or you plan to play the long game. It depends on which way you're trying to trade. But I would have been willing to be safe to have it right above there until I seen price pull away from my entry a little bit. Then I would immediately adjust it to somewhere down here, more safe, more comfortable, more manageable, 24. And then as you would have seen the next break and pull away, then, bring that thing to break even or even right above that structure there. So originally, it probably would have started up there. Let's see what them targets would have looked like. Looking left. Oh, yeah. So I would have probably had a TP1 like somewhere right here. And then full targets like right here at the bottom. Simple. Easy. Kick caboodle. Full targets right down here somewhere. based off of what I'm seeing from the left side, you're looking at a 2.48 risk to reward ratio, 43 pip stop originally, 108 pip stop target. I mean, 108 pip target, 108 pip stop target. But yeah, 108 pip target. We have not reached that level just yet, but you know, if you had your TP1 on, you potentially could have took profits off already at 58 pips. 58 pips. Now, I know it looks like, oh man, price action already played out. You just picking that out because no. This is how I trade every day, my friend. If you go back and you look at all the past results, all the past videos I show you, I set the same thing up, the same setup, you know, break and retest, break and retest, okay? Break and retest. Stop to rate about targets, and then you target looking left, okay? Okay, capiche. That's all I got for this one. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I got to analyze. It's already almost 8 o'clock, and I ain't got my charts booming and busting just yet. So, like and subscribe, drop a comment. Holler at your boy. I'm out of there. Peace. Big Buddha.